friends, it's Shereé, and in today's video I'm doing a sewing catch-up with you. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning person, thank you so much for your continued support. Alright, let's get into it. Friends, I have been wanting to sit down and do a sewing catch-up for quite a while, but life has been lifing, okay? I'm sick all the time. As soon as I get better, someone gets me sick. It's like a never-ending cycle. And so if I'm nasally in this video, please forgive me. I'm doing the best I can, but I really wanted to pull myself together so that I could put this video out for you. And I know you probably are curious as to what I've been up to, just like I'm curious as to what you've been up to. So after you watch this video, go in the comments and let me know what you're up to in your sewing room. I want to start this video by apologizing to you all, as well as Know Me Patterns and the Corny Rainbow, because I did a pattern review of ME 2055 about a week ago, and I made a mistake, friends. Your girl made a mistake, okay? I mentioned that for this pattern that it says to do 3 pocket flaps, but you actually need 4. I was wrong. I went on the Simplicity website after I uploaded my video and zoomed in on the pictures, and it turns out the top right pocket does not have a flap. What? Still, even when I look at this pattern cover, I feel like I see a flap. There's no flap there, friends. What it is that there is a color blocked piece above this larger middle piece, and the line of that color block goes in the middle of the pocket that's there. So it looks like there's a pocket flap, but there is not a pocket flap on that top pocket. Oh, so it was actually my mistake, you guys. I did not realize I made the mistake, but I made a mistake. So this pattern does in fact have 3 pocket flaps, and it says to make 3 pocket flaps. So if you did that, then you are correct. I was wrong. Please forgive me. It happens sometimes. But anyway, it's a great pattern, as I mentioned in the last video. It's a very creative, fun project. If you're interested in this pattern, check it out. Moving on, let's talk about what I've been up to. I recently sewed 2 pairs of jeans in the last couple of days, and I was able to do that because it is a 3-day weekend. Somehow I managed to sew up 2 pairs of jeans, plus attend 2 basketball games, do all the momming, clean the house, host a play date. It was one of those crazy weekends, but I still got a chance to feed my passion, and that was really great. I needed that. So what I did was I made another of the ME 2052, which is the Beauty J'adore jean pattern. And the first version that I made and shared with you on my channel, I actually made one similar to the cover, only I lengthened them, and I love wearing those. However, I do find that they are slightly more oversized than what I wanted, and particularly in the crotch area. So what I did the second time around is I went down from a 16 to a size 14, and then I decreased the length of the crotch by ½ an inch, and they fit much better, friends. Now, I will say that because I love this pattern, I probably will make a 3rd pair and maybe a different wash of denim, and probably lengthen them to the full length like I did the first time around. And I think instead of just taking off a ½ inch off the front crotch, I'll probably take a full inch off the front crotch, and these will fit me perfectly. Now, the way it fits my butt is exactly how I want it to fit my butt, and I will insert a little video of me walking around in the jeans. I can't remember if I had a jacket on or not, but at least you'll be able to see the front of the jeans even if I have a jacket on, so you can see how they look. Now for this version, I had a very small piece of dead stock denim that was given to me by my friend Ella, and this is what it looks like. It's really gorgeous, nice quality denim. It's probably the nicest pair of denim jeans that I've made so far as the quality of the denim itself. And I only had a small amount left because I had used this fabric for my husband's shacket to do his collar, his wristbands, as well as the bottom hem of his shacket that I made him. And so I didn't have a lot of this left, but it was just enough to squeeze out the exact length of these pants. So I wasn't able to lengthen them like I did my first pair. And as I've said many times on this channel, I don't like my ankles to be cold. I have been drawn to very cute cropped jeans as of late. I saw some on Mango, I saw some on Cezanne's website, and they just look so stylish and chic. And while I don't want cold ankles, I feel as though wearing these with boots could be a win until it's warm enough outside to wear them without boots. And I will say my ash jeans that I made that are cropped, I've been wearing those with my combat boots, and I really love the way that looked. So I just went ahead and cut these jeans out of what I had left of that denim, and surprisingly, they're not as cropped as I thought they were gonna be. I believe I added about 4 to 5 inches to my last pair, and for this pair, you'll see in the pictures where it stops, but they actually are longer than what I thought they would be, and I think they're very cute. So as you can see, I did use this gorgeous denim, and I used a contrasting thread for the top stitching, and I will say I did a great job all over the jeans except for the area around the zipper fly, and it was really just because my sewing machine really struggled with the top stitching thread in this area. It had a lot to do with the layers of denim as well as the fact that there was still some zipper that I needed to sew over. I did not remove all of the teeth like I should have. I removed most of them, but I thought that I was good where I was at until it came to do the top stitching. So I'll pull them in close so that you can see where it's not perfect, but I want to tell you, I really don't care. I wore these today to brunch and I felt very confident and cute in them, and I could care less, right? So if you look close, the stitching isn't perfect, right? And then where I did my bar tacks, you can see even those struggled a little bit. So there's a bar tack there and a bar tack there. Is it a big deal to me? Absolutely not. Will people notice it? Maybe. It's the front of the jeans, but I really don't care. I still think they're very cute. Otherwise, my top stitching all over the jeans was really nice, and I'm very proud of it. And even this top stitching down the back leg, I don't know if you can see that, really gorgeous. And so with the last version, when I did the fraying of the hem, I chose to not completely fray the hem. I wanted it to naturally fray as I wash it. I just got it kind of started. For this time around, I actually did the full fray, and it came out so beautiful, and I just love it. I just think these are so cute, and I'm very proud of myself. And this version's better than the last. It fits better. It looks better. So I can only imagine my third pair will be really good, because by then I should be able to make this pair of jeans without relying on the instructions so much. And another thing I want to point out is that I had struggled with sewing the belt loops before because of the thickness of the fabric. So I did them a little differently this time around. And instead of having, so when you add on belt loops on jeans, you generally attach them face down on the front and the back legs before you attach your first waistband, right? And then when you attach your second waistband that folds over to the inside, then you pull your flap up, you fold it, and then you have like 4 layers of denim that you have to sew through here. And my machine hated doing that. It's such a challenge and a struggle. I went through a couple of sewing needles. I can't remember if that was the project that I went through, like 4 denim needles, but it was such a nightmare. So this time around, when I put the first waistband piece on, I ironed up these belt loops, and I pinned them down, and then I took the second waistband piece that actually folds down to the inside of the jeans. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. I actually pulled up those belt loops, pinned them here so they were straight up, and then I sewed them in between the 2 waistbands so that when I folded this in, it was already attached and I didn't have to do a thick folded layer of tab here at the top. So the top of the tab, rather than being tacked down just at the top here, is actually sewn into the waistband. Now when doing it this way, you do lose a little bit of the width here for where your belt slips through, but honestly I have belts that are 1 inch. I have some that are 1 1/4 inch wide. So I do have belts that will still fit really nicely in here. And I believe I'm wearing a belt in the pictures that I post for this pair of jeans, and you can kind of see, but I just think that my machine had a better time sewing it that way than having to sew through so many thick layers. Another thing I did too is I cut a lot of that excess length on the belt loop once it was attached. So anyway, I love the way these jeans came out. I'm very proud of them. I think they're absolutely stunning. And I'm going to have so much fun wearing these, whether I wear them with boots or if I wear them with sandals or flats or mules in the spring and summer. So really great project. Absolutely love them. Now the next pair of jeans that I made, I just purchased this. My husband had gotten me a Stone Mountain and Daughter gift card. I believe it was for my birthday last year. And so I saved it because I knew that I wanted to get something special with it, or I wanted to wait till a time when I needed supplies but didn't have the extra money for supplies. Well, I have several projects coming up and I felt like it was time to cash in, and now since I'm jean obsessed, I want to make all the jeans. So I got the Megan Nielsen's Dawn jeans pattern with my gift card, and as I mentioned before, I've been seeing all these cute cropped jeans that look almost identical to the Dawn jeans on Mango as well as Suzanne's website. And I love looking at their websites for styling inspiration because I love Pinterest. It's definitely great, but also with Pinterest, you're gonna get images from over the years. You don't always just get what's current, what's fresh, what's new. And I just love the way Mango and Suzanne style their models. So I always look at their images for styling inspiration, and I'm loving the jeans that they're posting. But definitely felt like these are a pair of jeans, even though this pattern is really old, these are a pair of jeans that are just going to constantly come back in style. And one of the things I love about Megan Nielsen's jean patterns is the value that you get, because I got this one and it has 4 different views for this jeans, and in addition to the 4 views, these cropped pants actually come with the extra length on it if you want to make them full length jeans instead of cropped, which genius, yes, thank you, that's what I always want. So I'm really excited because I feel like I'm going to get so much use out of this pattern. And I actually listened to my sewing friends out here who've been telling me that instead of going off of the pattern measurements, that I should absolutely go off of the finished garment measurements to pick my size. This is something I never do because when I have tried it in the past, I end up making my garments too small. And this time around, I did go to the finished garment measurements because I didn't want to have to make a ton of alterations to reduce the width and the crotch and all of that stuff. And what I can tell you is that I've also gained weight. And this pattern is to be made out of a non-stretch woven denim, not a stretch denim. And they're high-waisted. And I have a short torso and a belly, okay? So I will tell you that they are snug, like super snug. And they actually are tight on my butt, okay? And I have a tiny butt. But when I went on the website and looked at all the images on the website, I also went on Instagram and looked at the hashtag, and these jeans are tight on everyone's butt, so it is just the design of the jeans. It's cute, it's flattering, I like them a lot. But I will say that I think I might like going up one size if I'm going to be making it out of a non-stretch denim. However, the way it fits me right now, I could see myself making this out of a stretch denim and it working out perfectly. I don't think that this absolutely has to be made out of a non-stretch woven, especially since I've cut a size that is a smidge too tight. Also, another thing that I did, because I have lately, when I make my jeans, instead of stitching up the outer leg and the inner leg and then having to unpick it, I have been using safety pins. And I have been pinning the seam allowance all the way around the crotch, the sides of the legs, so that I can try them on and see how they fit my upper thigh, butt, and crotch before I actually stitch them together. I just hate wasting thread, for one, and then also the unpicking takes forever, and I have small kids, so I always have to like time out my sewing projects perfectly in order to get projects done, and often sewing late at night, and I didn't want to be frustrated and unpicking late at night. So I've been doing that, and it has been saving me. And when I did that, I realized that I absolutely needed to decrease my seam allowance. So instead of doing a 5/8 inch seam allowance for the outer legs, I did a 3/8 inch seam allowance. So it just gave me a little extra space to play with. And otherwise, they fit perfect. But I think in the future, I will absolutely consider going up a size. And because this has like 4 views of jeans, there are actually, I think, 2 other leg pattern pieces in here for the straight leg and the skinny leg of this pattern. So it comes with, let me tell you the views. So it comes with multiple lengths for tall, regular, and cropped. And there is a view A, which is a tapered leg. There's a view B, that is a straight leg, a view C, that is a wide leg, and a view D, that is shorts. So it's such a great value, you guys. If you don't have this pattern, it's kind of like all the jeans you need in one pattern. So this one, as well as the ash jeans, if you just have those 2 patterns, you can make endless number of jeans, whether you want stretch jeans or, you know, non-stretch jeans, out of just those 2 patterns. You don't need to buy all the different patterns, although I am addicted to buying patterns. You don't need to, because these are great. And I think I really love Megan Nielsen's patterns for my body type. I think that I have to do the least amount of alterations to make them fit compared to every other brand that I've sewn so far. And I've done Closet Core, and I've done Know Me, and I've done Simplicity bottoms. And for Megan Nielsen, I've had to make the least amount of adjustments. So they're winners in my book, and I highly recommend. I'll show you what mine look like, and you're gonna probably laugh when you see them, because I always talk about how I don't wear white. They're white. And they are cropped because, again, I made them out of a scrap piece of fabric that I had left over from a collaboration video that I did about 2 years ago. But they're these gorgeous white jeans, and they are wide and cropped. They came out so beautiful. I almost can't believe I made these. They're so cute. But yeah, this is what they look like. They're really cute. I don't have any pictures in them, which is kind of interesting, but since I just sewed them, I haven't had an opportunity to take pictures. But I'm going to a special event that I have to wear all white. I'm so nervous about it, because even just making these, I think I got a spot of foundation right here. I don't even know if you can see that, but it's a little dot of foundation because I did this while I was sewing and then touched my pants. So I can't even keep my white clothes clean when it's just me by myself, but I'm always with kids, and so I never really wear white like that. I'll wear a white t-shirt, but that's partly why I own so many white t-shirts, because I have a hard time keeping them white. But anyway, hopefully it goes well. These look so cute on the body. I might insert a picture too if I have time to take one, but if not, pictures will come. But yeah, this pair of jeans is a 10 out of 10. The instructions were fantastic. Same with the ash jeans, the instructions are fantastic. If you don't own this pattern and the ash jeans pattern, I highly recommend them. And they're both old patterns. They've been around for a long time. So definitely check out that pattern. So that's what I've been working on. Now let's transition to what's coming, what I'm going to be working on in the next week, maybe 2 weeks. So the first thing is actually a secret project, and it is a pattern test. All I can tell you is that it is a cardigan, and it's going to be cozy and cute, and it can actually show you the fabric. That's what I'll do. I'll show you the fabric since I can't show you the pattern. And it's fabric you've seen already. I've already shared this. It's a really great ribbed knit sweater fabric, and it's navy blue. And so that's what I'll be starting with, since that is coming up. It's going to be due really soon here, so I really need to sew that up. And then the other thing is I'm going to be making another ashling blouse by Paper Cut Patterns, and I'm going to be doing the cropped version here. I'm going to change it a little bit though, because this has a very long ruffle at the bottom of the blouse that needs to be gathered. It's a cropped top, and the ruffle just kind of brings it to top of the jeans length. And I'm using a really gorgeous fabric, and it's an eyelet fabric that has a scalloped edge on it, and so I don't want to lose the scalloped edge. So I lengthened the blouse as though so it's going to be the same length as the version with the ruffle, only instead of having the ruffle, I'm just going to have this really beautiful scalloped edge, and this is what it looks like. And so this is hopefully going to be the top to my all white outfit. So this is what it looks like. It's such a pretty fabric. I've been holding on to this forever, and probably 2 years. And the reason why is because I always wanted to make a beautiful Tijuana dress, and I just couldn't get the pattern right. I couldn't get it right, and I didn't want to cut into this gorgeous fabric, but I did save quite a bit of the scalloped edge so that if I change my mind and I revisit the idea of making a Tijuana dress, I can actually use that scalloped edge for the hem of the skirt. So yeah, so there's still some of this fabric left, but I'm glad I'll have a blouse made out of this because I can see myself wearing it with a lot of things. And it's not a basic white blouse because it has the beautiful eyelet, it has flowers, it has a scalloped edge. But as you can see on the, actually let me give you another close-up of the picture. So this is the dress version, but as you can see, it has this really great sleeve feature, and it's gonna look so cute. So hopefully it turns out, this is gonna be my second version, so it probably shouldn't be too crazy. I probably should get through that project easily. If you didn't see my first version of this blouse, it is as a part of the Elevate with Ankara sewing series that I did with Talisha. I want to say it was the very first episode, so you can go back and look at that. I did a full pattern review on that pattern, and spoiler alert, I love it. So that's what I'm making. All right, the last project that I'll be working on in the next couple of weeks is another pair of the Lander pants by True Bias. This is what the pattern looks like, and I actually posted a couple of pictures but didn't specifically talk about my first version of the Lander pants. In my video that I posted on Sunday, I did show an up-close view. I held them up in the camera of the version that I made, and I actually made that version slightly too big, so I had to put elastic in the back of the waistband, but they look great. And so all I did was size down by 1 size, and I think that these are going to be perfect. And I cut them out of my red denim. And if you've been following me for a while and you saw my fall sewing plans, this was my fall sewing plan, is to make these Lander pants out of the red as my final version. But because I'm on a pants kick, I might love it enough to make a third version. So I'm really excited about those. And again, since I've already sewn this pattern once before, I don't foresee any issues. And sewing up that pattern the first time around was a breeze, aside from having to add that elastic in the back waistband. I like this pattern a lot. If you haven't tried it, again, you should take a look at it and maybe consider buying it. I love that it has the button fly, the exposed buttons on the front of the pants. It's just a unique, beautiful feature. So yeah, so those are the projects. Now we're gonna get into my IndieStitch subscription box. And this one is for the month of February. This is what the box looks like. If you're not familiar with IndieStitch, IndieStitch is a monthly sewing subscription service where you receive a garment pattern, all the supplies that you need to sew up that pattern, and also some additional sewing goodies every single month. And I have been receiving this for over a year now, and I love receiving my IndieStitch box. It's so much fun to receive. This month's box features the Pattern for Pirates Everyday Elegance, and this is what it looks like. It is a top pattern. I haven't actually printed out the instructions for this guy yet. I'm actually just opening it for the first time. So one thing that's cool about IndieStitch is that on this information card, not only does it tell you all the information that you need to know about the items in the box, but there's also a QR code in the corner that you can scan that will take you directly to a sew along. And the sew along is available, it says February 19th through the 23rd. And on the back of this card, it tells you exactly what's in the box. And so we'll go through one by one. On top is the fabric. And one of the things I love is that on the front of the fabric, it has this information sticker, and it tells you what the fabric is and how to take care of it. This is a rayon challis, and the content is 100% rayon. And the care instructions are to wash, cool, lay flat to dry. It is 120 GSM, and it's 3 yards, which is fantastic. I love when there's 3 yards because if I choose not to use the pattern in the box, then I can often get a dress out of the pattern or whatever. Or in some cases, like my last couple of boxes, I was able to make 2 garments out of the 3-yard cut. So I was able to make the pattern in the box and then an additional garment. So this is the gorgeous fabric. It is soft to the touch, and it is opaque, so you can't see through it. Really nice quality. I love a good rayon challis, and rayon challis, you can make so many wonderful garments, but because this is opaque, you can even make a skirt or a dress out of it, which I love the idea of doing. I have to be honest, this particular pattern isn't one that I'm probably drawn to, but it is a cute pattern. I can see lots of different people wanting to wear this blouse. So I'll probably use this to make something else, but regardless, the quality of fabric that you receive in IndieStitch is just so wonderful. But the fabric is so soft. Again, it is 3 yards. The next thing in the box is a rotary cutter. Now, I'll be honest, this is my 3rd rotary cutter. I tend to go through these things, even with the blades, changing them out. I find that at a certain point, my rotary cutters just get jammed, like they don't cut smoothly. So I don't know if there's something that I'm doing wrong, if maybe the tension is too tight or not tight enough, or what the issue is, but I'm definitely happy to have another rotary cutter in my sewing stash. And this one says 40 mm, and this is what it looks like. Really nice rotary cutter. I don't have any that have a handle like this. That's pretty cool. The next thing in the box is actually some tailor's chalk, and I love the size of it. First of all, they're in the rectangle shape, which seems like it might be easier to hold and to mark on your fabric. I also like that it came in this nice little case. It'll be perfect for traveling with, and I love the idea of that. You could just throw it in your sewing supply bag and hit the road. Very nice. I like that a lot. And there is some elastic, so I assume that pattern requires some elastic, and they always give you the perfect amount of elastic for whatever your project is, and in some cases they give you more than what you need, which is also nice. There is the thread, which is black, black Gutermann thread, and then there are 2 universal flat shank needles, 7511, and these needles are always for a home sewing machine, so that's great. And lastly in the box is the pattern, and it's one of those patterns that I love, you guys, that has the pattern sizes in different colors, which means that it'll be less likely that you'll cut out the wrong size so long as you know what color you're supposed to be cutting out. Also, it makes it easier for tracing off your size if you want to keep your original pattern whole and just use some tracing paper to cut out your size, and then you can sew multiple sizes if you need to. So that's really nice, and as always, the paper quality is fantastic. It's thick and it's nice, and it will last if you take care of it. So those are all the things that came in my IndieStitch box for the month of February. If you are interested in signing up for your own IndieStitch subscription, please use the link in the information section below in this video. It is an affiliate link, which means that I will receive a small commission if you do use that link. And all the money that I make through affiliates actually goes back into my channel, so I would truly appreciate if you did use my link. But if not, if you don't want to, no pressure, don't worry about it. All right, let's move on to the next thing. We're going to talk about the patterns that I picked up in the most recent pattern sales at Joann Fabric. I had probably the worst experience that I've ever had at a Joann's ever, and it makes me so sad to even say this, but I went into a Joann that I had never visited before, and upon walking in the door, I was hit with utter chaos. First of all, it smelled terrible. Like from the front of the store to the back of the store, it smelled like straight poo-poo. And so that was alarming. But it was so dirty. The floor was filthy, filthy, filthy. Nothing was where it should be. Everything was in such disarray. And I'm talking about, you see this from the time you step in the door all throughout the whole store. Not just one particular section was a hot mess, but like several areas in the store were gross. To the point that I didn't want to touch stuff while I was in there, and the things that I did touch when I left the store, I felt sticky. I was so grossed out, you guys. And I didn't actually find much of what I wanted to find. For instance, the pattern section, there were 2 drawers missing. Patterns were stacked up on the, the tables that they have out with the pattern books. They were stacked up all over there. They were on top of the counter, so you couldn't even see the counter display patterns very well because there was all this mess everywhere. None of them were in order by number. And at the time, it was during the Know Me McCall sale, and there was some that I really wanted to pick up, and they didn't have any of the new Know Me patterns. And when I say new, I'm talking even some of the winter patterns they didn't have, but they definitely didn't have early spring. And I really want Brittany J. Jones' new jumpsuit pattern, so I was really bummed out about this. And I'm just so used to going to the Joann in San Leandro and having such a pleasant experience. It's always such a great excursion for myself, like to go to Joann's and take my time shopping through all the patterns and going through all the drawers and all. Like, I always just really love going there. And so this time going to a different location was absolutely the wrong decision to make. The only reason why I did that is because the San Leandro one changed their hours, so now they close at 7 p.m. and it's gonna be very rare if I can make it to Joann by 7 p.m. any day. So I went to this other one that's open until 9 and I'll never go back again. So it totally put me off and I was really sad. So I didn't leave with the things that I wanted and I was really disappointed. So it was kind of a wasted trip because I don't have one in my local city, so I had to leave my local city to go to another one. So this last weekend, Joann had another sale and it was the Simplicity sale. So I was able to at least get the Simplicity patterns I wanted, and I did pick up a few McCall patterns as well. The first one that I got is one that I'm very eager to sew up, and this is the Simplicity S9897. I am a huge fan of Norris's patterns. I just love his style so much, and I actually make a lot of his patterns for myself, but I recently started to make them for my husband as well, and I think this is going to be a really good one for both of us. So I actually picked up two, one for me and one for him, and I'm really eager to sew this up. I definitely want one in the longer version, but I could also see myself making the shorter version as well. And then I've been wanting this one for a while as well, and this is Simplicity S9778. It is a Mimi G pattern, and now I don't know if this is going to be similar to her square neck bodycon dress. That one did not work out for me because I don't have curves, and so it just needs a little bit more work in order for it to work for my body type. But this time around, this one has elastic in the waistband, so it will cinch in the waistband portion, and if there are already drawn in hips in the pattern, I know ahead of time to just go ahead and grade between sizes so that I can shave off the hip shape since I don't really have hips. But I just love this front tie here, and I think this is going to be really great for any summer vacation that we have coming up. It's just such a fabulous looking pattern, so I definitely want to make that this spring or summer. Also, I got this one, and I actually don't know what the pattern number is. I can look it up online and put it on the screen, but the counter number is R12027, and it is the Mimi G pattern for early spring. And the reason why I got this is I made a couple of sets this last summer that are two-piece, similar but different, and I love wearing those. I wore them more than I actually thought that I might wear them. And this pattern in particular has cup sizes, so that's what got me really excited about this. So I'm excited to give this a try with the cup sizes. I'm always harping about how I wish more patterns had cup sizes, and here we are. We have a new pattern that is cute and flirty that has cup sizes. So I definitely want to make this, and my hope is to make a larger size cup that fits my bust, but to be able to go down in the body part of the pattern probably to a 14 in order to make it fit me appropriately. But I love the long skirt and this little cute crop top with the bustier look to it. So I'm excited about that. The next one, I have this gorgeous fabric that I have in my stash that I wanted to make a nice coat out of, but I realized that the patterns that I had for coats required more fabric than what I actually have. This one though only requires 3 yards of fabric, a little less if you have 60-inch fabric, which is what I have. So I picked this up. I also heard some really positive reviews about this, and this is S9854. So I just want to make a basic black coat, and it is a faux suede ponte fabric that I actually made. If you can see behind me, I have my moto jacket that I made on my mannequin. I made that out of that same fabric, only this one will be black. I think it'll be something that I can wear all year round, and it's going to be warm and cute and perfect for those nights out with my husband. So we've gone to a lot of musicals and Broadway plays lately in the evenings in San Francisco, and it gets cold. Even if it's been a relatively warm day, in the evening it is cold. So I really like to have a nice coat that I can wear to dinner and stuff like that. The next pattern is an OG, but I didn't have it in my stash, and now I'm feeling more confident about my sewing ability, so I'm revisiting it. Originally when I saw it, I was like, ain't no way. It is because I had never made a moto jacket. I had never made a coat or anything. I had never made jeans at the time. Well, this is the S8845 Mimi G style pattern, and it is a denim jacket pattern. And I have heard that this is a more involved, challenging sew, but I think I'm up for the challenge, especially now that I have quite a few top stitching projects under my belt. So I'm looking forward to giving this a try. I'm not sure if I'll do it in like a traditional denim color or if I will use a colored denim like pink or red or something like that. But regardless, I bought two just in case I mess up the first time around and I need to do it again, because I'm determined to make myself a jean jacket since I'm obsessed with jean jackets. I have a ton of jean jackets, so to be able to make my own will be really special. The next patterns that I got are actually Madeline patterns, and the reason why I picked these up is because for Christmas my husband got me this awesome book. It is So Lingerie by Maddie Kulig. I think I'm saying that correctly, and this is what it looks like, and it basically talks you through how to construct and make lingerie. And so it inspired me to check out some lingerie patterns and things like that at Joann. I'm feeling like maybe I might stick my toe into bra making and bustier making. So I picked up some Madeline patterns by Simplicity, and this first one is a jumpsuit or dress, and this is Simplicity S9850. This is what it looks like. It has the two views. And I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I am curious about making a bustier type dress and jumpsuit. So I'm gonna hold on to this, and when I feel confident about making bustiers, I might revisit this and make it. But first I definitely wanna stick my toe into making bras and panties. So I also got Simplicity 9833, which is a bra with panty. Now I won't make the panties for this because they are a thong, and I hate wearing a thong panty. It's just not my preference. I don't like things in my butt, okay? But I do like the bra. I think it's very cute. And I'm actually very nervous to make bras, but it's something that I'm really, really curious about. And I've actually considered buying bra making kits in order to go along with these patterns. I did find some, but they were sold out at Christmas time, so I have to wait for them to come back in stock. But the next one is Simplicity 8228, and I actually purchased something like this on Amazon, and I had to make alterations to it in order for it to fit me. I had to buy a size large, and then I had to take in the back, I had to take in the sides, I had to take in the straps in order to make it smaller to fit my bust, but I used the large cups. So rather than, you know, buying something and then making all these alterations to it, I thought maybe I'd give it a try on making one from scratch. And so I got this one. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what the sizing is gonna be like, but I'm gonna give it a try. And if nothing else, if the pattern pieces don't work, I can always use the cup size from the version that I bought on Amazon to trace off and make my own new pattern. But I definitely wanted to give it a try. I also like the panties on this one. It is more of a full coverage panty. So there's that one. And then next, this one has wires, which I definitely want to learn how to make. Lately, I have been really pissed off because my bras, the wires keep coming out of them, even when I don't throw them in the dryer. I have been one of those people that is guilty of throwing my expensive bras in the dryer. I have since stopped because I'm tired of spending $50 to $100 on a bra that gets ruined in the wash. So I've been really trying to be more diligent about hanging my bras or laying them flat to dry after they've been washed. But the wires keep coming out. And so I thought it would be really cool if I could teach myself how to make a wired bra. And so this one is Simplicity 8229. And these patterns are older, they're not new patterns. So, and again, it comes with a full coverage bottom panty, which I'm really excited about. And I do have quite a bit of scrap fabric that could be used to make panties. All right, so the next thing is more of a lingerie piece, and it's actually a slip pattern, but I could see myself wearing this outside of the house, to be honest with you. But this is what it looks like. There's a shorter slip with a lace trim, and then there's one with just lace at the top that's longer, a few different views there, and you also have the pattern for the slip skirt. So this is definitely something that every lady needs if they wear dresses. I typically buy my slips, but it'd be nice to be able to have a pattern to make my own slips as well. But I really do like I really think that this version here in the middle could be worn out and about. Like, I don't think that that is screaming underclothes or pajamas. So anyways, I thought this was a cute pattern, so I got that one as well. The last few patterns I got are McCall patterns, and this one is M8436. It is a brandy pattern, and it has two different views. I really love the long version, and I like these because they are wrap style dresses and they're knit. So I can actually make one size smaller than what I would normally make, and because it's knit, it'll fit really nice. And I love the wrap style of this. Whether I'd make it out of a stretch velvet or not, I'm not sure, but I definitely think that this is more along the lines of what I should have been trying to make to wear to my sister's wedding than what I actually made, because this is more my style. It is youthful, it is playful, it is sexy, and I think it's super cute. So I want to definitely give that a try, and because I'm not sure about sizing, I did buy 2 so that I can do a test run, and if I need to recut it, I can. The last one I got is a vintage McCall, and this is from the 70s. It's M8429. And I love it. View B is my favorite because I love this ruffle at the bottom. It is definitely giving me some awesome 70s vibes, and I can't wait to actually make this. It is a Laura Ashley pattern. I'm concerned about the bust, as I always am. I might have to do a full bust adjustment on this, but I think it would be worth it. This will definitely be a pattern that I trace out rather than cut out. And I love that it is a 2-piece. So I mean, I just love this so much. It's so gorgeous. So those are all the patterns that I picked up. I do have one more pattern related thing. I shared with you the book my husband got me for Christmas. My sister-in-law actually also got me a pattern making book that I haven't actually had an opportunity to really sit down and read, but this is the Pattern Magic, and it has some really cool, interesting, unique designs, and it is a pattern making book that teaches you how to make 3-dimensional shapes and designs on your garment, or how to create things like these side cutouts. Now, there are lots of patterns on the market that have that detail inside of it, but if you're constructing your own garment from scratch, you don't know necessarily how to make those things. So as you can see here, like this one has a little keyhole here on the side, and it walks you through how you create something like that. Really, really neat book, and I'm excited to add this to my education section of my books over here, because as I mentioned, I really do want to teach myself how to pattern make, and this could be really neat to reference as I'm trying to create new, interesting designs and ideas. So thank you, sis. All right, so lastly, with the Joann stuff, they had some things that were on sale. I did get this piece of fabric. It is 1 yard, and it says it's $16.99, but I believe that I got an additional 50% off of this. This is just a basic waffle knit fabric, and I figured I'd make a t-shirt. Hopefully it is 60-inch wide, or maybe even 59 inches wide, because then I'll be able to get a long sleeve t-shirt, maybe another Agnes. I definitely have made an Agnes t-shirt out of a yard of knit fabric before, so fingers crossed I can cut an Agnes out of this. I also got some zippers, one of which I already used, and I got these because it was something like a buy 3 get 3 or something. So I got a couple of white zippers, which I didn't end up using for the project. I don't know why I even bought them now that I think about it, because I was on the fence about the project I was going to do and then changed my mind. And then I got some heavy duty jacket zippers. One is blue and one is tan. I still want to make my quilted jacket pattern by Nomi Patterns, so one of those will be used for that. Now, they just recently had a doorbuster sale on some of their special occasion fabric. I have been eyeballing this nude skin tone fabric there for a while, and this particular one is a jersey knit, at least that's what they're calling it. But I don't feel like it has a ton of stretch, and so I've always wanted to try it because I thought it would be really great for underneath a bodycon to just kind of suck you in, like instead of using power mesh. So that's kind of why I bought it. This was the closest one to my skin tone, and as you can see, it is darker than me, but the next shade up was too light and it was a bit on the ashy side. So I think this is going to be a good color for me. I actually love this color of chocolate brown, and so I got 3 yards of it. It could be used for a bodycon style dress, or I can use this for one of the bra patterns. And I'm actually kind of leaning that way, especially since it's 3 yards of this fabric and it is quite wide, because it'll be like nude underwear, and I love nude underwear, especially since it's hard to find nude underwear for my skin tone. Making my own would be really cool. I also got this gorgeous stretchy knit. This is like a fishnetty type situation. Really gorgeous, really soft to the touch. This would be perfect for adding to bras and panties. Really pretty, and it was on super clearance. It was like $2.99 a yard, and then I used a coupon, so Oh, actually, come to think of it, no, I didn't use a coupon. They rejected me at the register. So in the past, I've had 20% off coupons that can be applied to sale items as well, but they don't work on Last Chance fabrics, which is this guy, or Doorbuster fabrics, which is this guy. So I got this on sale for like $8.99 a yard, and I think it's normally $16.99 a yard or something like that. So because they were already deeply discounted, I couldn't use my coupon, so I was a little disappointed about that. But those are all the things that I got from Joann. Lastly, I'm going to share with you the things that I got from Stone Mountain & Daughter using my birthday gift card. And guys, the fabric is so pretty. First of all, I made a point to place my order online for a curbside pickup, because when I go in there, I lose my mind and I always end up spending more than what I intended on spending. And while I'm there, I don't feel bad about it at all. In the car driving home, I feel like I'm going to die. Okay. And then when I get home and start playing with all my things, I'm happy again. But this time around, I really want to stay within my gift card, and I did. So I'm really proud of myself. Another thing that I love about doing the online purchase curbside pickup is that they will do thread matching for you, which I think is fantastic. And sometimes they pick a thread that I wouldn't have normally gone for, especially shopping online, but it's because they pull the thread, they lay it on the fabric, and they match it perfectly for you. It takes all the guesswork out. The first piece of fabric that I got is something that I need to sew up at the first week of March. And this is a European designer deadstock organic cotton jersey in candy pink. And I'm making pajamas out of this. They are going to be so soft and cute, and I love pink so much. And so I'm going to be using this to make some gorgeous pajamas. I think I'm leaning towards the Juno pajamas from one of the Tilly & Buttons sewing books. And so I think that would be really good. I have several pairs of those pajamas, and it's just an easy, quick sew. So I think I'm gonna do that. And I actually had them thread match and got 2 spools of thread for that dye. The next fabric that I got is absolutely gorgeous. This is a Lady McElroy cotton denim in Tollerton? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is the gorgeous fabric. It is a unique shade of denim, which I did not have in my stash. It is a blue fabric, but it also leans a bit gray. I've never seen anything like this before. It definitely feels and looks expensive. So I'm really excited about this fabric. And I got enough. I want to say this is 60 inches wide. Does it say it on the paper? Let's see. It's 9-ounce denim. It does not say that it's, I think it's 60 inches wide. And I got 2 yards of it, and I'm going to make probably another pair of the Dawn jeans, but in the full length instead of the crop length out of this guy. Such beautiful quality denim. And that's one of the things I love spending gift cards on, is expensive fabrics that I would normally just drool over. So I was really excited. This feels special, and it feels like a birthday gift. So I definitely am glad that I got this one. The next piece of denim that I got is a stretch denim, and it is a dark navy that almost, again, leans, this one actually leans more black, but it's still a navy, and this one actually is a stretch denim. It doesn't have a ton of stretch, but it does have stretch, and so this will probably be another pair of ash jeans, which I probably make a full-length version because the version I made is black, and it is a cropped version. So I definitely want to make a longer version of those same jeans. And as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, because I did mention using a stretch with the Dawn, I might actually make the Dawn out of these. I don't know. Regardless, this designer deadstock fabric is amazing, and it is 11-ounce Oxford blue denim. And again, it's 2 yards. And it doesn't say the percentage of stretch, but it's very minimal. It's not super stretchy, which I love, which means it'll hold some good structure, but also feel comfortable on the body. Really gorgeous. Again, 2 yards. Lastly, this fabric is so good, you guys. This gorgeous fabric is a designer deadstock yarn dyed cotton shirting picnic plaid. And it just has all the perfect picnic colors, and it's such beautiful quality shirting fabric. It did say though on the website that it was opaque, but I kind of feel like this isn't very opaque. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. But maybe you can see, maybe you can't, but my hand is moving behind it. I thought it was going to be a little bit more opaque or thicker than that, but originally I thought a shirt dress out of this guy, and I might still lean that way and just make a little slip to go underneath it. But it might just be a button-up, which would be so gorgeous to wear with my dark denim jeans. I mean, guys, Look at this together. Gorge. Look at this together. Fabulous. Love it. Or, you know, even let's pair it with either of the two jeans that I just made, right? Fantastic. Stunning. So I'm really excited about this. It's either going to be a button-up top or it's going to be a shirt dress. So those are all the fabrics that I got. I think that's it. I think that's everything that I purchased. Oh, one more thing. Actually, I lied. One more thing. Two more things, actually. Last year, I purchased Made in 2023 tags by Sarah Hartz, and I loved those tags and went through them way too quickly. So this time around, I ordered 2 packs, which is a total of 16. And these are Made in 2024 tags. They're not as cute as the Made in 2023 tags because those actually had a gold rainbow, but they're still cute. They're still cute. And so, yeah, so I got 2 packs of those and I'm very excited about it. I really love Sarah Hart's tags. They are slightly cheaper than Kylie and the Machine tags, depending on where you purchase them, that is. I got these on Amazon. No. I got these on Etsy and they were $8 a pack. So it averages out to $1 a tag. So that works out really good for me. And because I went through the ones I bought last time around, I know I'm going to absolutely get through these. I'm bummed though because I sewed those 2 pairs of jeans this weekend. Totally forgot to put a tag in them. So I might have to go back in and stitch in some tags. But very cute tags that I got. And these are definitely a splurge because they're unnecessary, but I really like them a lot. The last thing that I got is a huge order of denim needles. So that one pair of jeans that I made where I went through 4 needles, that was almost a full pack because I want to say these usually come in packs of 4 or 5 needles. And so I ended up getting like something 25 jean needles for like $12, which is great. So that's what I did, and this is from Amazon. So I'm fully stocked on my denim needles. And it's funny because I went so extreme with buying all these denim needles, just knowing that I was gonna need them for my jean projects, and I actually didn't break one single needle while making these 2 pairs of jeans. So it is, as I confirmed before, that denim that I used for my first Nomi 2052 pattern, that denim was just so thick. So anyway, now those are all the things that I purchased, and I had so much fun shopping and sewing in this last month that I really feel like I've taken care of myself and I've actually, you know, fed my passion. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Well, those are all the things that I wanted to share with you, but I do want to say one thing. For those of you that have watched all my videos, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching my videos all the way till the end. I have had some serious like technical issues with my cameras, sometimes with my lighting, and I've had issues with white balance in my videos, and sometimes I don't even notice those issues until I go to edit, and I don't have time to refilm those videos. And when you still watch my videos and comment at the end of the video, it makes me feel a little bit better, and I just want to thank you for seeing me as a human person that's doing the best that she can. I'm constantly working hard to improve the content on my channel, so I just thank you so much for bearing with me. If you have any tech support suggestions on how to help with my white balance issues, I definitely would like that comment in the comment section below. My Sony camera seems to be struggling really hard with that, and it's a camera that I bought last summer specifically for vlogging, and I have not been able to successfully use it because the white balance is almost always wrong. So I had to go back to using my Canon, which is my faithful camera, in order to film this video. So hopefully the lighting is better for you in this video. But again, thank you so much for bearing with me, and also for your love and support over these last few years. And hopefully I can get really great with my tech stuff and we never have to have this conversation again. But regardless, I appreciate your patience and your love and your support. I hope you have a fantastic day and a wonderful week and a fabulous rest of your Black History Month. Talk to you soon. Bye.